When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Trouble light on, we can fix that. I know everything is bigger in Texas, but when this man is on the mound, he makes you feel small. Dallas, what time is it?
It's Miller time, folks.
8th appearance, 6 for 6 in saves. The A's lead 5-2, and it's the middle of the order, starting with Adolis Garcia. First pitch, strike one at 100. You know, this has become routine for us, Dallas. Every time he comes into the game, the chairs disappear.
Well, it's tough to stay seated when you're watching this dude dial up 100 plus with soul-snatching sliders.
In the air to right. Butler can't find it, but it goes foul. Lucky break for the A's. It's only strike two now for Garcia, and there's been some trouble. Maybe some miscommunication there.
Well, I think what's happening here is you see Kurtz trying to track it down. Again, this is an unfamiliar layout for Nick Kurtz, trying to play this ball over his shoulder. Look, he's been here for all of 10 minutes. So he'll have some time to work on getting a lay of the land.
0-2. Well, all's well that ends well, right?
That's it.
There's that soul-snatching slider from the Reaper, one down.
Just talk about wipe me out. Goodness. And again, you're trying to gear up for that kind of horsepower, and you get that dropped on you.
Semien now. Well, that one went all the way to the backstop. Stuck with a slider, but well, that was possibly left of the left side batter's box from our viewpoint.
Maybe held on to it just a hair too long.
One-oh. There it is.
Well, you can see the reaction from Marcus Semien. Buckle up.
1-1. 1-0-2, right by him. Seth Brown now on left. Miller's 1-2 pitch. Tipped into Langoliers' glove. Back-to-back strikeouts for Miller.
Just abusive. I mean, you can see the take on the slider from Marcus Semien. It buckled him and kind of just settled him into this at bat. And what I mean by that is, at that point in time, it was Mason Miller's at bat to finish off, and he did so in emphatic fashion. 103.
Here's Jock Peterson pitch hitting and driving it to center. Blade goes back, still goes, and it's over his head and off the wall. Jock Peterson into second base. The throw is not in time. And a few things happen there. Mark Kotsay is going to keep his hand up, but that 0 for 41 streak has ended. He does get a hit, but we'll see if this relay went actually in favor of the A's.
And I got to believe it did. J.J. Bidet tracking this thing. That ball just continues to sail. But a great job of playing it barehanded off the wall. Jacob Wilson gets the throw in to Urias. Now let's watch this right foot. Does it avoid the tag of Urias as it pops up? Not a great shot there to be able to tell. We'll have another look. But that's what you got to think about right here. If there's no tag applied there, that right foot hits the bag, and the call would stand. Remember, it's safe on the field. And what you think about is that right foot now, has it popped up enough before the left foot gets to the bag, because Urias did a good job of holding the tag. Well,
after review, the call stands. The runner's safe.
Ooh.
Athletics moves their challenge.
Well, and you can see right there, I mean, there's a pretty good look at what could be considered that gap, but that's stories for another day.
6 for 9 on replay challenges. 1 point, we're 6 for 6. It's Jonah Heim now, with Jock Peterson on second. First pitch to Heim is high and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss. 101 with late action.
I think Jonah Heim checking with Doug Eddings. Just trying to get a feel of whether or not that was going to be a strike, as it was.
Nice little closer entrance in the ballpark here tonight. Mason Miller. His presence certainly was felt. 2-1. Heim tags it back foul, and the Rangers are down to their final strike. A's fans on their feet, looking for the first win of this homestand.
And I think you can see Jonah Heim right now just kind of going over it in his head. Which one do I want to pick out? Heater up top. Let's go clap hands.
2-2. The Reaper does his best work in the night. Absolutely freezes Jonah Heim, and the A's win 5-2.
Well, you want to talk about a tall task, trying to figure out where you're going to get your swing off. If you're Jonah Heim, 102 on the black, good luck. Can I help you, Mr. Heim? No thanks, just looking.